Welcome to the Uzziah Show. I am your host, Uzziah, your success strategist. And if you have any questions about your business, career, or finances, then this is the show for you. Welcome. I'm excited because tonight we're going to talk about 70,000 student loans forgiven. Are you one of them? And what does this mean for your financial future? Guys, make sure that you smash that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know who you are so that way I could give you a shout out and show you some love. If this is your first time on this channel, my name is Uzziah. I'm a professional business consultant, and my job is to help you get out of debt so you can start your own company. And some of you guys are getting out of debt because you had student loans and now they're forgiven. So I want to give you guys all of the clues in on what's going on to see if you can qualify. The Biden administration promised that people would get out of their student loan debt, and it's looking like slowly but surely it is happening. So y'all make sure that y'all smash that like button once again. And if you love this show and you want to see it on air, please make sure that you tap that dollar icon below. Any donation goes a really long way. Now I got to ask a question before we get started. How many of y'all like the new banner at the top of the show? I told y'all we're constantly trying to make the show better. I know some of y'all thought I was capping.
Nope.
Some of y'all thought, oh man, this dude gonna keep having this damn struggle stream where the freaking camera is blinking half the time the broadcast is going on.
Nope.
I told y'all. We're constantly trying to make the show better. So we appreciate your patience. We appreciate your support. And this is the reason why your donations are so important. So for everyone who is donating, thank you so much. It really goes a long way. Now, time for us to get into the broadcast. 70,000 borrowers had their student loans forgiven. I want to share with you guys this article. I want to hip you guys to the latest news, tell you what's going on, and then we will break this thing down step by step. Okay, man, where's this title at? This is crazy. It says student loan forgiveness has arrived for 70,000 borrowers working public service jobs. Some of you guys may be wondering if you should get in a career path that offers student loan forgiveness. Now we're going to talk about it. It says the Education Department announced a major overhaul to the loan forgiveness program that will erase 22,000 borrowers' debt close to $1.7 billion. Now, not too long ago, I did another broadcast where I talked about Navient, a big student loan company, recently canceling $1.8 billion worth of debt. It seems like these student loans are going away 1 billion at a time. The overhaul of a controversial loan forgiveness program was projected to erase the debt of 22,000 student loan borrowers in the effort's first weeks. 3 months in, more than triple that figure have had their debts wiped out. The U.S. Department of Education released the Public Service Forgiveness loan figures Thursday, a year into President Joe Biden's term as president. Now, I got to say, y'all probably know the approval rating for Joe Biden has been getting very low. Folks voted for him, but now they're saying,
Nope.
So one of the things that people have complained the most about is, oh man, I thought Biden was going to forgive my debt. I thought he was going to get rid of all the loans. That was the reason why I voted for him. He's not helping the community.
Nope.
Now, slowly but surely, people's student loans are getting put away. The Loan Forgiveness Institute, which was rolled out in 2007, was designed to entice people to work as teachers, police officers, firefighters, or in other public jobs. After 10 years working in those jobs and making payments, their college debt would be erased. In practice, the federal government forgave almost no one's debt.
Nope.
While the Biden administration loosened standards in October, the agency estimated more than 22,000 borrowers would benefit immediately, and 27,000 would qualify as soon as they proved they would work in an eligible job. Now, guys, y'all know I'm not going to go through this entire article. I'm just trying to give y'all some of the main points. It was recently announced that 70,000 borrowers had their student loans forgiven. I want to know, are you in a student loan forgiveness job? And should you join one of those programs so that you could get your debts removed? I want to see if you are one of the people who represents the data from the department showing roughly 70,000 borrowers have qualified for nearly $5 billion in relief. Okay. So there's a lot of money on the table. There's a lot of forgiveness going around. It says in this sentence right here, Biden faces calls to use his executive authority to forgive student loan debt for more of the 43 million federal borrowers. The president campaigned on forgiving up to $10,000 per borrower, but said it's Congress's job to issue student loan forgiveness. He was asked about canceling student loan debt near the end of a news conference Wednesday, but ended the conference without answering. So, guys, now my question is for you. What do you think about this student loan forgiveness plan? Are you planning on getting a job just in hopes that they will pay off your debt? Let's look at some of these comments. But first, before we get into the comments, I gotta give a shout out to one of our top sponsors, my brother Lyra Texan the Israelite. Thank you for starting us off, King. Thank you.
Another one.
Really appreciate that $10 sponsorship. As you can see, man, your sponsorships have go a long way towards building up this channel. We're giving you guys a better broadcast experience. I do want to know what y'all think about the new banner. Tonight it's going down. We're talking about how $70,000 in student loans are canceled. Is Joe Biden making good on his promise that people's student loans will be wiped out during his administration, or does he still have a long way to go? Ariel comments and says, it does seem like the student loans are being forgiven a lot. You know, I got to talk about that real quick. Some of y'all know back in 2013, I paid off over $95,000 in student loans 2 years after graduating from Baylor University. And at that time, it didn't seem like there was anything serious about student loan forgiveness. Now, y'all know I got some thoughts about student loan forgiveness. I do think that it can help people. My only caution is that this does not put the economy in a worse place than it already is. And I also hope that for those who are lucky enough to get all of their student loans wiped away, they make good financial decisions and take this opportunity and run with it. Don't look back. Do not allow yourself to go deep back into debt all over again. If the government has bailed you out, take your bailout and run. Ariel says, I'm glad that you said that Biden's approval rating is low. I could see this being a last-ditch effort to get back on people's good side. I can see that too. Shout out to President Biden. Now, I will say this also. It's not just Biden involved in this.
Nope.
This has been in discussion for a very long time, and some of the stars are starting to align together. Now, Biden did say that he was going to help people get out of their student loan debt, but one of the things that we really got to ask ourselves is, how is this going to affect the economy over time? Is this going to help people like we hope it would? And is this going to create damage in the marketplace? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I want to hear y'all's comments. Make sure that y'all smash that like button. I'm going to put the link in the comments below so that y'all can cam up. Okay, I want to get y'all's perspective. Let me know what you think. Listen, man, with all this content that we're giving y'all, y'all know the last thing that I want is this. The last thing that I want is to just be talking my head off. I want to know where y'all stand on this topic, hence the reason I'm doing the show. Okay, so let's talk about this. How do you guys feel about these student loans being forgiven? Should you pursue these jobs based on your debt? Now, let's go back to this article because I want to show you guys the kinds of jobs that will qualify for student loan forgiveness. Okay. If you work, let me just put in a quick find feature. I ain't even going to spend no time on it. The Loan Forgiveness Initiative, which was rolled out in 2007, was designed to entice people to work as teachers, police officers, firefighters, or in other public jobs. I think this is going to be a real thing when it comes to people choosing their careers. The reason I said that is because when I was in college, the first thing that I asked myself is, what are the degree plans that will get you the highest paying jobs? When I graduated with a degree in management information systems, I already knew before I signed up this was one of the fastest growing industries in the world. So, what I'm wondering is it going to be a new thing where people sign up to be teachers just to pay off their student loans? Are people so loaded in student loan debt that they're going to sign up to be police officers, even if that wasn't their goal? Are people going to try to do firefighting, other public jobs? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all think, yes, people will enter these jobs just to get rid of Sally Mae, or no, people are going to do what they're going to do and they're still going to hold on to the debt regardless. I want to know what you think. It also says after 10 years working in those jobs and making payments, their college debt would be erased. Now, see, this is something interesting also. One of the questions that I have is it worth it to switch career paths all for a position that's not going to allow you to qualify for your loans to be erased until after 10 years of working there and making payments? That's something that I really, really want to ask y'all on tonight's broadcast. Because one of the questions that comes to mind is, how much money are you going to end up paying over time as you're waiting to qualify for your loans? Again, it says after 10 years working in those jobs and making payments. So you got to imagine every month you're making payments over 120 months. My math is good there, right, Ariel? 12 months in a year, 10 years, right? 12 times 10. Y'all with me? If you are spending the next 10 years still paying on the debt, is it really worth it to go this route? For some of you, you say yes. For others, you say
Nope.
no. I only think that it's worth it if that was your plan anyway. If you were already plan on being a teacher because that was just your life objective, then go ahead and do your thing. But for those of you guys that are just jumping into this article, I would advise you against this because you need to be learning skills that will build wealth, that will allow you to not hold on to this debt for that long in the first place. Warren Buffett says, if you went to college, you need to make sure that you don't have any debt that's higher than what you can afford to pay back 5 years later. And that was the reason why when I graduated from college, I set a goal to pay my debt off within 5 years' time. I never thought that I would be out of debt 2 years later, y'all. That was a lot of money. But once you commit yourself to the process of getting out of debt, you would be surprised how you can make money come from all different places. I want to know you guys' thoughts on the topic. Let's look at the comments. Ariel says 10 years is a long time. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, 10 years is 20 to 30. Some of you guys, 25 to 35. You're going to be in the prime years of your life, maybe squandering it because you're just trying to get rid of Sally Mae, even though there's more to life than that. I don't think that this is something so great where you should go down a career path that you weren't planning, all in the name of getting rid of your debt. Stick with your path, continue to level up and make more money, and just pay off your student loans as quickly as you can. Okay. Um, Another thing that I want y'all to consider when we talk about the pros and cons of taking this on, if you work in one of these jobs, teacher, officer, public service, you name it. Well, one of the pros is you will have your debt forgiven. On top of that, you can also qualify for income based repayment. For some of y'all have graduated, or maybe even without graduating, you still have student loans, and the amount of money that they make you pay is more than you can afford every month. So when you qualify for one of these income-based repayment programs, that can help you make a payment in a way that's a lot more affordable. So you could go down one of these paths and it could have its upsides. But again, in terms of the cons, 10 years is a long time. I only stayed in corporate America for 6. And even when I stayed in corporate 6 years after I graduated, it felt like an eternity. A lot of y'all know I retired from corporate America at 26. I had to get out there on my own, start my own online business. I had to find other ways to make money. Now, I'm not saying corporate route is bad. Corporate route, some people thrive. I know, even for me, even though I know how to play the game, it's just not my long-term play. So I want to ask you guys, with Navient paying off close to $2 billion worth of student loan debt, with the government now looking at all of these tens of thousands of student loans, and you having lenders now forgiving it, do you think that the Biden administration will completely eliminate student loans? I know that this is something that Elizabeth Warren constantly been talking about. I know this is something that a lot of people want to see. Do you guys think that under Biden's presidency, all student loans will go away? I want to know y'all's thoughts. Leave me a comment below. Okay, guys, we're not going to be on here all night. I'm just posing the question. Do you think we're going to see more and more student loans being forgiven? And what I wonder also is, how is this going to change once Biden is out of office? Seems like now everybody is getting it. Right now, the getting is good when it comes to student loans being wiped away. But what happens once the next president is put in office? And the president after that? I mean, if you sign up for a student loan forgiveness program, you just got to hope that within 10 years from wherever you started, whatever president that's in office is still hoping to get rid of that debt. That's one of their plans. That's not at the top of everybody's priority list.
Nope.
There's a lot of other things happening in the world. And y'all know I got to come in and throw in a salty comment and just point out, for the rest of us that paid off all of those loans fast, what about us, man? Where's the money at? What does this mean for all of the people that are paying off their student loans and they never got a bailout? Now, when it comes to these student loan relief programs for public service jobs, I don't think that there needs to be anything kicked back to the people that just worked regular jobs and paid, because everybody knew going into it that public service jobs came with government relief. But for these companies like Navient that's just freely just paying off everybody debt, nah,
Nope.
y'all got to give me money back, man. I want to use that $95,000 to pay off some things. I want to be able to get another property. There's a lot that I could do. But one of the things that I always tell y'all is I never look back with regret that I paid off my student loans. When I think about my life and all of the financial decisions I made, I never sit up at night and say, you know what I did that really messed me up? I paid off my student loans as quickly as possible. That was just one of the dumbest things because you know what? I could have worked a job making $30,000 or $40,000 a year when all these women want you to be making six figures and up. And I could have had my $30,000 to $40,000 a year job, and hopefully in 10 years, the government would bail me out. I don't look at that with regret. No shade to anyone that is. I'm simply saying that to say, do not allow yourself to get suckered into these programs if it's not for you. If you didn't plan on being in some kind of public service job, doing any kind of social work type opportunities, you need to focus on the bag. You need to focus on making sure that you have enough money to protect your household. And as you create generational wealth over time, the objective is to get out of debt as quickly as you can. One of my worries is that as we see more articles in the news about people getting their student loans forgiven and these 10 plus year programs popping up, you're going to get a lot more people who settle in life and say, you know what? I don't really need to make that much money because the government is coming to bail me out. I don't need to worry about this because if I can't pay it, I just won't pay it. I don't want this to be something that's going to make people be content with not pushing themselves further, nor do I want this to be something where it's not actually teaching people how to do better financially. Even if you get rid of your student loans, you still have credit cards, car notes, mortgage, all of these other things. And if you are not staying on top of your finances, guys, there's no amount of bailouts in the world that is going to save you. Okay. So listen, y'all, I know we're at the end of the week. I know I got to give y'all the tea. So I'm going to bring this one to a close. Just wanted to share with y'all what's going on in the world today. Y'all know that this broadcast is all about helping you learn how to create generational wealth for you and your family. And one of the biggest barriers to that is being in debt. The quicker you can get out of debt, the quicker you can start to build your empire over time. Okay. So make sure that y'all tap in with me tomorrow night. I'm going to give y'all the link for Breakthrough Year. Remember, y'all, the next 12 months, this needs to be the time where you're focusing on being as productive as you can. Some of you all are looking to start new businesses. Some of y'all are looking to get out of debt. Some of y'all are looking to have multiple things going at once. And that's the reason why your breakthrough year is about you mastering your time, money, and productivity. So if you guys want to work with me over the next 12 months, you'll have access to my coaching program where I'm going to be showing you guys the step-by-step process on how the most successful people in the world manage their day and how that plays into creating next level success. If y'all are up for that, make sure that y'all click that link that's in the comments below. Y'all see information on the screen. Make sure that y'all smash that like button before y'all get out of here. Make sure that y'all donate to tonight's broadcast. As y'all can see, we're constantly trying to level up to make this show better, but we need y'all support, y'all. All right. Make sure that y'all subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Share this broadcast. Please be your brother's keeper. Do not keep these lessons a secret. Make sure that you share this with everybody that you know, because I know somebody's got student loan debt. And somebody actually may be one of the 70,000 people who had their loans forgiven and don't even know it. So make sure that y'all share this content. Thank you so much once again to my official sponsor for tonight's broadcast, Lyra Texan, the Israelite. Y'all can still donate. All you need to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. Even if you're watching this broadcast after the show is over, you can still support. The links to donate are in the description below. Listen, y'all, I'm out of here. Lord willing, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I'm going to be on here a little bit earlier tomorrow before it hits night. But until next time, keep pushing.